This has been on my mind for quite a while now. Nintendo Today and Nintendo Music, two of Nintendo's most recently launched apps, which can be available and downloaded on either the Google Play Store or the App Store on iPhone or iPad. But in this video, I want to talk about if these apps are bad or good, and if they're worth downloading or not. Nintendo Today, which was announced on this clusterfuck of a Nintendo Direct on March 27th, basically gives you a mobilized version of what Nintendo News could be like. Think of a Nintendo Direct, right? You get game announcements, movie announcements sometimes. Anything that Nintendo would announce will be in a Nintendo Direct. Basically, the Nintendo Today app is a mobilized version of Nintendo News and will give you news daily instead of drip feeding, which Nintendo usually does, which we'll get into later with Nintendo Music. But this gives you quick and efficient Nintendo style news about different games, tournaments, and more recently, the Nintendo Switch 2. And ever since launch, the app has been pretty cool. My only problem with the app itself is that whenever I try to load into it for the first time, it crashes. But other than that, the app is very cool. In fact, I give it a 10 out of 10. You can even customize your layout from different characters like Super Mario, The Legend of Zelda, Star Fox, and Pikmin. It has your daily calendar, and all you need is your Nintendo account to log in. It's pretty easy. Other than one minor bug that I'm pretty sure could be fixed if Nintendo would just update the app, Nintendo Today is very impressive. It's very responsive and interactive, and unlike another Nintendo app, Nintendo Music, it doesn't drip feed us with information because, as promised in the Nintendo Direct, Nintendo Today gives us Nintendo news directly and daily. So I give it a 5 out of 10 in general. Now, before we get into Nintendo Music, let me just get this out of the way. I don't hate the app, alright? Ever since it launched, I've used it a good amount of times, specifically when I'm going to sleep, when I'll put on sleepy sounds. But similar to Nintendo Switch Online, Nintendo Music fails to give us Nintendo Music more efficiently compared to Nintendo Today, which gives us Nintendo news every single day. Whereas with Nintendo Music, Nintendo will basically drip feed us with music soundtracks maybe once or twice a month. Nintendo Today was announced on October 30th, 2024 and was available on the Google Play Store and the App Store the same day. Now, similar to the Nintendo Today app, it's very self-explanatory. It's a Nintendo app with music. Now, going into the app, I kind of think it's a cool concept, thinking that this is not your usual Spotify or Apple Music, but it's a Nintendo-ified app with music. It has curated soundtracks from Super Mario and The Legend of Zelda. Similar to Nintendo Today, it's well organized, and based on your mood, you can select what music you want to hear. Whether you're going to sleep, which is personally when I use the app the most, waking up, powering up, running, jogging, partying, winter or spring, it will have a category for you and what you like. Hell, it even has specific categories for specific characters like Shy Guy, Mario, Zelda, or Link. With all of these in mind, you'd think that Nintendo Today is a pretty promising app. Is what I would say if Nintendo wouldn't drip feed us with music from time to time. If you ever had or still have Nintendo Switch Online, you know this feeling all too well. At launch, Nintendo Music came with 23 tracks from games like Mario, Zelda, and Animal Crossing, and over time, it has grown even larger. But my problem is, why couldn't Nintendo just have all their games in Nintendo Music? Do you know what I would give to listen to the entirety of Bowser's Fury's soundtrack, or Galaxy 2, or any other Mario or Zelda game? But I guess it could take up a lot of storage. I don't know Nintendo's reasoning for doing this, but I'd prefer if Nintendo had all of their games in one app so I can listen to all of them. And I'm not the only one who thinks this. Some other people have their own problems with Nintendo Music, and I've seen a lot of videos on them, and personally, I agree. If Nintendo wouldn't drip feed us with shit from time to time, hopefully this would have been a better app. But only time will tell. Maybe Nintendo will stop drip feeding us and will give us tracks maybe once or twice a week. I don't know, but I wish Nintendo would do something better than what they're doing now. In terms of which app is better, personally, it's a tie. Although, I do have to go with Nintendo Today because unlike Nintendo Music, Nintendo Today doesn't drip feed us with information and gives us Nintendo news quick, efficiently, and daily. Whereas with Nintendo Music, it will literally give you music maybe once or twice a month, max. In terms of which app is better than the other, like I said earlier, it's a tie. But it all comes down to what you prefer. If you prefer getting Nintendo news daily, quick, and efficiently, definitely download Nintendo Today. But if you like listening to Nintendo Music, I would download Nintendo Music. But if you want to do both, if you want to listen to Nintendo Music while also getting your daily Nintendo news, I would download both. I think both apps are pretty cool in their respective ways, other than a few problems that I'm pretty sure Nintendo could fix. But again, it's up to them. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. This is Dallas M, signing off.